Ron, I'm going to say it up here. And again, y'all know how I feel about Cleveland. You know how I feel about James Harden, and whatever can go wrong will go wrong. I think Cleveland can beat these dudes. I do. I think if Cleveland's seen these dudes in the playoffs, I think that they can beat them. And the reason why I say that, I look at the physicality from the Detroit Pistons, and I feel like Cleveland, if you can overcome that, which they've matched that as of late. I mean, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen have actually matched that. If you can match the physicality from Detroit, they got more than Detroit has on the offensive end. We are better than these dudes. The question is can you not let these dudes push you around an entire series? Because if that's the case, they're going to smoke you in 5 games. Smoke you dudes. I think they can beat them.
Chill. Not only can they beat them, the Cavs are supposed to beat the Pistons. Like the Cavaliers are a better team than the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
With all due respect, Detroit, like y'all are the number 1 seed in the East. Y'all are a very good team. Very, very good team. Elite defense. You got 2 up and coming stars. To me, the best point guard in the East. The Cavs are supposed to beat the Pistons.
And the Cavs are 9-1 since getting James Harden, and in 6 of those games, either Mobley or Donovan Mitchell has missed, and then like Jared Allen misses, that has to come out the game last night. So are we talking about maybe a sleeping giant chill in the East?
No.
Or
Never heard of the best team in the conference being a sleeping giant, but I guess.
They're technically not the best team in the conference.
Again, y'all know how I feel about Cleveland.
Yeah, well, the Rockets weren't the second best team last year. So.
They're definitely not.
I just think I do think that they can. I do think that they could beat Detroit. Now, when we talking about winning the whole thing, y'all know how I feel about that, and y'all know how I feel about the addition of James Harden. But when I look at them going up against Detroit, I like that matchup for Cleveland. I do think that they can beat them.
I was watching very closely the physicality battle chill yesterday, to your point, because I think that's the one thing that Cleveland's got to overcome. Yep. And they have matched them the last 2 games, man. So it's given me a lot of confidence if they were to meet in a playoff series. And to win a game, Ox, to your point, without Donovan Mitchell is a big deal. It's a big deal. It can do a lot of things for the locker room, man. To not have your best guy out there and still win games against the best team in the conference. It's not nothing.
They had them beat twice, Ox. Twice. Like yesterday, they beat them, and Friday they had them dudes beat. And I don't think that we talk enough about, and I don't want to make this about Cleveland and Detroit, but I mean the addition of Dennis Schroeder and Ellis have been big for them. Has been huge for them. But I want to stay on Cade. If they can continue to build around him, because I'm not sure if they have everything necessary to win it, but I do think that they're close, right? I do feel like that they're close. If they can continue to build around him the right way, I do think that they'll be there one day. I do.
Well, I mean, up to this point, they have chill. Go ahead, Damian.
I think the other piece they're missing is like Cade's not playing with another very high caliber ball handler and production guy in the backcourt. Like they basically surrounding him with a bit of shooting in the backcourt, but at some point he's going to need another high level creator, I think, next to him for the Detroit to win it all. And that's some of the reason why he has some of these games where he can't shoot the ball, because it's easier to scheme against sort of a guy who you know is going to have the ball nearly damn every possession, trying to make every play offensively. So it's like getting another high caliber ball handler next to him will actually open up the game a lot for him as well, because he doesn't really play off the ball whatsoever. So I think that's the missing piece for Detroit. Chill, to your point, to sort of round out the roster if they want to take the next step, you know?
Yeah. I thought, to be honest with you, I thought it was Ivy. And before Ivy got hurt, it looked like, they were turning into that backcourt that I thought that they could be. And then, Cole Anthony ends up breaking the kid's leg, and I think that really set him back. But I thought that they were on their way with Ivy as a 17, 18 a game guy to really supplement for what Cade wasn't doing, and, being a solid defender and a guy who can knock down an open shot. No, he wasn't Devin Booker. No, he ain't Donovan Mitchell. But I think that he was good enough and becoming better to give Cade that off-ball guy that can help him in terms of being a backcourt guy, can help him, create more offense. And I felt like that was working. So, unfortunately, I mean, they ended up coming off of him, but I think that's what they need. I do think that they need to supplement at that 2-guard spot. I do.
I like Jenkins. Like a
He's small,
lot.
Ron, and he ain't a bucket getter small. Like he as small as he is, he ain't like in terms of being small, he ain't small Donovan Mitchell bucket getting. He ain't small like Jalen Brunson bucket getting, because I think that's what you're gonna need if you small like that in terms of playing off the ball.
Games with
You
him
need a
either,
Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson?
Say that one more time, Ron.
You need a Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson?
I mean, if you small like that, I feel like I feel like you got to be a bucket getter to a high level. And I think he's a cog. I think he's more of an energy rotation guy. He's gonna give you buckets, Ron. I'm not arguing that point. But I think Cade needs somebody that I could run in the backcourt with on the regular, that I know that I could count on. And I don't think it's Jenkins. I think Jenkins is a great complementary player in terms of a rotation guy.
No, for sure. I wasn't saying Jenkins' name like he's going to be his all-star backcourt running mate for the next 10 years. I'm just saying I like him in his ability to come in the game, get downhill, speed the offense up, and cause chaos on defense. I love like what he brings to this team. He's actually one of the he embodies their character, like him and Beef Stew. And then, I mean, they got a bunch of guys too, because you could say Isaiah, you could say Beef Stew does, you could say Asor Thompson does, you could say Ron Holland does. Like they embody like what this team is about. But Jenkins, he's just like what he brings this team I just love what he brings this team. But he's not, he's not a crazy bucket getter. But I think he should have played more than 10 minutes last game. Like I don't see why, with what he brings to the table. And he got busy in that fourth quarter a little bit. But like with what he brings to the table, I think he frees up Cade a little bit, because he can handle those ball. He can take over some of those ball handling abilities, and he can get downhill. And so he can break down the defense.
Yeah.
I do see some people in the chat talking about it, but do y'all remember last season when we were talking about the Pistons getting Devin Booker?
Yeah. You was big on that, Ox.
That's the pick. Like that's the type of caliber piece you're away with. That can take you over the top.
Like Devin Booker would have been. I mean, I think that's the. I think that's the Rolls Royce of what you're trying to get around. Right. I don't know if I got Rolls Royce money, Ox. I don't got that kind of bread, but yeah, I would love to have that. Yes, I would. I would absolutely love to have that. No doubt.
That conversation did come up a couple of times.
Yeah, it did. I don't think Devin Booker was in the budget though, but I would have loved to have had him, because I think that he would have been perfect for what they're doing. The dude to play off of Cade. I mean, if you're thinking about backcourts, if you end up getting Devin Booker, is there a better backcourt in the league? If you get Devin Booker with Cade Cunningham, and I ain't even talking about this season, I'm talking about last year. You get Devin Booker. Is there a better backcourt in the league?
There's not a better team in the league if you put Devin Booker on Detroit.
They might be the favorites. No. Yeah,
absolutely, they're the favorites. If you ask me,
they might be the favorites. So
that's what it's going to take to take them to the next level. Not just make the finals potentially, but take them to the next level. You need to put someone of that caliber next to Cade. Maybe it's Austin Reeves. Maybe it's like just a very high level bucket getter. I think because it's too much for him.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. With a check throw smoke and a host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out here did raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.